Hello and welcome back to another video. It's been a while, so firstly, Happy New Year because it is now 2022. I don't know how that happened, went really quick. Today's video is all about my tonsillectomy, but before we get into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to Anna Louise, the jewellery brand based in New York City, for partnering with me on this video, and they really kindly sent me some really beautiful pieces of jewellery, and I went with the lovely koi fish necklace and this lovely ring here. What I love about Anna Louise is that they make very, and I mean high quality jewellery. Like, this is probably the nicest jewellery I've ever had, and it's very affordable as well. And they are extremely carbon neutral from their packaging to their product. For example, these pieces of jewellery came in these lovely bags, and even the packaging was in a cardboard box, which I can recycle. What I also love about these jewellery pouches is it's the simple pleasures. These buttons are magnetic, so I mean, if we're onto a winner, we are onto a winner. Their designs are so unique, and I literally scrolled through the whole website. I loved every single design. It was just so impossible to pick. But I ended up going with this lovely koi fish necklace, which actually in Chinese culture symbolises a lot of strength. And I went with this ring because I just thought it looked absolutely beautiful on the website, and it does in real life too, and I'm obsessed with them. Anna Louise also kindly sent me a link, and I will be leaving that in the description box down below. So please feel free to use it and abuse it, and get yourself some absolutely beautiful pieces of jewellery. They will be doing a big Valentine's Day sale with up to 40% off. So feel free to use the description box down below and you will be able to get up to 40% off. And what a better time to do it, all in time for Valentine's Day. Before we get into the actual video about the tonsillectomy, I just thought I'd warn you that there will be some gross little snippets of the back of my throat, my tonsils, which don't look very attractive. So if you know you're going to get squeamish, maybe this video isn't for you. However, I feel like to get the true before and afters of what my tonsils actually look like, I need to include them. So, cracking on with the video. Apologies if I keep flicking down, but I've got several notes on my tonsillectomy because it was a lot of information to write down. So firstly, I first decided to get my tonsils out because I have a history of aggressive tonsillitis. But however, I didn't get it often enough to get my tonsils out on the NHS. And so I decided to go private. And also another reason for going private is that I knew that I could get them lasered off, which in sense meant a quicker recovery time. So if you don't know, I am a musical theatre performer. I'm in the theatre right now in my dressing room. I'm on tour with Mamma Mia, which I'll also leave a link down below for tickets if you're in the UK. We're probably coming to a theatre near you. I actually heard through a friend about Mike, who works in Health Hub in Herne Hill, which is in London, in Brixton area. And I first contacted him about my tonsils because they were just huge and they were giving me problems and they were just very uncomfortable. And I went for my first initial appointment on the 6th of July. And basically in that appointment, we just discussed what was going on with my tonsils and what the procedure entailed. And in that first appointment, we actually used one of those microscopic cameras to look down the back of my throat and into my voice box and my vocal cords. And it was actually really cool because obviously being a performer, I've never actually seen my vocal cords before, so that was very fun. And then after that, we then set a date for my tonsillectomy because I actually then started rehearsals for Mamma Mia, so I didn't really want the tonsillectomy just before that, just in case it wasn't a quick enough recovery time and I couldn't do my job properly. So I actually ended up having the procedure half a year later. So we ended up doing Mamma Mia in Leeds and Dubai, and then I came back to London and I booked myself in for the procedure. And actually, Mike had already done a procedure on my boyfriend Charlie, and he had his uvula lasered off, but that is a whole other story. But anyhow, Charlie had that done with Mike, so I knew that he was very trustworthy, and yeah. In terms of the actual procedure, Mike took me into another room and it was just me and him, and he let Charlie sit on the other side of the door because I was very nervous. And it was honestly the quickest procedure I've ever had done in my entire life. Firstly, we used some numbing spray at the back of the throat. And by the way, I was awake for this whole thing. I do believe that Mike does offer to put you to sleep if you get too nervous, but that probably comes at an extra cost. And then I had to wait about 10 minutes for my throat and my mouth to be completely numb. So I was probably dribbling a lot, but oh well. And then when the actual procedure happened, I was so scared. There is a big laser. It looks scarier than it actually is. But when he's actually lasering it off, he does it bit by bit. the only way I can describe the feeling is that it's really spicy. It feels like you're eating spicy food, but it smells and tastes like burning, like burnt spicy food, which sounds so bizarre, but I feel like if you haven't had the procedure done, I think the whole procedure maybe took about half an hour. It was so quick, and I mean so quick. I was literally in and out and then got sent home. And then that night was probably the worst night out of the next couple of weeks after the procedure, just because the whole of the back of my throat was like extremely swollen, and my uvula, which is the dangly thing at the back of your throat, was very swollen, so it was really hard to actually breathe through my mouth and swallow. Mike did say, the surgeon, he did say to eat as normal, because that actually helps the healing process, whereas I believe if you had it done on the NHS and they cut them out, you just really have to stick to like soft foods. So on day 2, I felt that my uvula was less swollen throughout the day. However, I still had that taste of burning at the back of my throat, which wasn't very pleasant, and that didn't actually go away for a long while. On day 3 and 4, it was a little less sore. My uvula was not as swollen still, but again, still tastes like burning. On day 5, I had a sore throat in the morning, a slightly less horrible burning taste in my mouth, which was good. And I actually tested if I was able to sing on day 5, because I felt like my actual voice was coming back a little bit more. I just wanted to see what was going on with that. So I actually recorded a video of me singing, which I'll insert a tiny little clip here. But I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me in. And in my opinion, it didn't sound too bad. So I thought, okay, this is good, this is going in the right direction. Then by day 8, because basically on your tonsils, they scab up, because you've just wounded them, so they will scab up and they slowly go away. So by day 8, the scab, the most of it had gone. My throat was a lot less sore, and the taste in my mouth was nowhere near as bad as it was on day 1, 2, and 3. And then by day 10, so this was now like a week and a bit like later after the procedure, my throat was only sore when I swallowed, which was good. Before, every time I swallowed, it was nearly impossible, I'm not gonna lie, because it was so swollen and it did really hurt. By that point as well, I would say that 95% of the scab had actually gone, my wounded area. And also by day 10, actually the taste of burning had completely gone, which was really good, and I really appreciated that, because then I could actually taste my food properly. So overall, I believe it maybe took about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks to completely heal and be able to sing and talk and swallow properly and not have a burning taste in my mouth, which I didn't think was too bad, considering that throughout the whole time that I was recovering, I could eat normal food. So moving on to pricing, so because we used the little microscopic camera thing, so because of that, my first appointment was £250, and considering that this is a private clinician in London, I didn't think that was too bad. I think it was more because we used the camera, because we had to see what was going on, but I think if you don't need to use the camera, I believe it's less. I don't know how much, so I can't really tell you that, but it is significantly less. For the actual procedure, again, I really didn't think this price was too bad. It was £950, and then I believe if I needed any more tonsil removed in the future, like if they grew back, because they can do that, or if they were irritating me still, because we only removed like the bulk of the tonsil, we didn't remove the whole tonsil completely, I believe that that would be less money than your initial procedure. If you're thinking about having your tonsils out, or if you're not sure, or if you can't get it done in the NHS, I would 100% get them privately done and lasered off, because it's honestly the best thing that I've ever done. When I'm at work now, obviously again, my work is entertainment and theatre, when I'm singing, it's so much easier. I feel so much more open in my throat, which is a really good thing. I don't feel like my voice got any different, because obviously that's to do with your voice box. However, maybe when I sing it sounds more open, but I'm not sure. I will also see if I can do like a before and after of what my tonsils look like. If you do have any questions, because I know that I had a million and one questions when I had my tonsillectomy done, please leave them in the description box down below and I will try and answer them as best as I can. Or if there's a lot of questions, maybe I'll do another separate video. I just hope everyone is doing well. And again, if you are a big theatre fan or ABBA or Mamma Mia fan, link is down below to get your tickets. Another big thank you for Anna Louise for partnering with me on this video, and do not forget that I will leave the link down below so that you can get up to 40% off, all in time for Valentine's Day, so you can get yourself and your loved ones some beautiful jewellery. Bye!